Hello, folks. Looks like we're live. Give me 1 second. I'm just promoting this really quick on the Telegram to get people over here. Let's come on. And we'll bring in our first guest right away. So, folks, if you've been under a rock, which many of us have been, there was an assassination attempt on President Trump. It appears that he got shot through the top of the ear and 2 bullets grazed his face. I know there's a lot of speculation. Is that real? Is it not real? I don't know. What I do know is that we've been asking we the people to stand up and do something and fight. And I'll be showing a video here soon. This man, in the midst of this, tells the Secret Service to hold on after getting shot and goes to the audience and says, fight, fight, fight. So when do we, the people, know that it's our plan and that we need to step up and do some things? So, folks, if you're watching this, I will be posting in chat also, if I can get in here. Rumble's being kind of funky right now, but it is what it is. I'm going to post in chat an actual link if you want to join us and just discuss, because I think this is a time where people need some context. Sometimes they have questions. Sometimes you need healing. Maybe you want to pray together. Whatever it is, this channel is open to the people right now of any context. So I'm typing this right now in Rumble. If you want to come on Zoom, just click here and it's going to be in the chat as we speak. That's the actual Zoom link for this. Boom. And I already have somebody in back here, whoever that is. If you can show your face, that would be awesome. And if you want to come on, you give me a thumbs up, and then you'll also go on screen with us. Let me see what's going on here. All right. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's see. And we do have somebody connecting. All right, folks. Anybody want to come on and discuss? We're going to go over it. While I'm getting some people in here, I will want to queue up a video for you real quick. Karen, your screen's black. I don't know if you can put your screen on, or at minimum put your mic on. And folks, if many people that aren't going to show their face just because it looks weird on the video, you'll probably get less talking time, just because I want our audience to stay engaged with the conversation. Trying to go not radio today, if at all possible. You find this one video. I'm going to play it here, which I think is muy importante. There we go. Okay. Let me put this over here. So this is President Trump after he got shot, and you really have to listen in. This is fascinating, but it shows you what this man's all about. In my opinion, it shows you what he's all about. I'm going to share screen, share sound. All right, here we go. Here's President Trump after he was shot. Listen and watch what he does. He tells them to wait. He's telling people to fight, fight, fight. One more time. So if that man has the wherewithal after being shot to ask us to step up and fight, Please tell me what we're waiting for. Are we waiting for the deep state, the communists, just to completely take over our country? Countries? Because I can tell you this, if we don't get this straight within possibly months, not years, you have no pension. You'll have no savings. You'd be lucky if your house isn't burned down by some deep state activists, right? What will you really have? So if you're afraid to lose anything or something or everything right now, what's the gamble? Is the gamble? So if you go protest, can we not be part of the solution now? Because the more we step back and just let this tyranny of the deep state take over, the more we're complicit in the results. I'm just saying. I'm admitting a couple of people in here. Hey guys, if you're on the Zoom and you're not going to participate, can you do me a favor and just go directly to the Rumble link instead? You probably just clicked on the wrong one and watch from there, because we have to open this up for people that want to actually participate in the Zoom. I see Ethan Lucas is coming on here. Hey, brother. Can you hear me? Okay, you must be.
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I'm sitting outside right now. Sorry, I saw you were doing this, so I was like, got to jump on here. Lewis, what have you and I been saying for the last 4 weeks?
Yeah, in fact, I just did a video. Lisa's editing it right now. And well, I've been saying this for years. I think you have too. We've been doing a show for the last 4 weeks in regards to this, right? This is it, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
We the people are the plan. President Trump gets shot through the air, and he has the wherewithal to tell his Secret Service to stand down for a second so he can tell the audience to do what? 3 times. Fight, fight, fight. I don't know how much clearer this can be. I was just telling the audience, my frustration is, but I don't want to lose my pension or my house, or I don't want to look weird, or I don't want to get yelled at, or I don't want to lose my family members, or I don't want to get arrested. I get it. But I'm sorry, tyranny is at your doorstep right now. Right now, you are going to be losing everything if you don't stand up and participate in the solution. And we need to stop being part of the problem. And people get angry at me. How dare you, Lewis? How dare you tell people to stand up? You don't know their situation. Well, let me tell you my fucking situation. Okay? My situation is I could kowtow and apologize to them for being a constitutional republic type person. But I understand the ramifications of this. So don't tell me I don't understand loss. I lost a business that was going to pay us out potentially 2 million, at least $1 million, lost it all. Never collected a check from that company because I decided to do the truth tour with my wife's blessing. She should have left me over that because she put up with me for 10 years building businesses. We finally had one that was going to pay off. And we're going to start cashing in the next month. And I lost it all. And she stayed with me because she understands the sacrifice is worth saving our country.
Yep. Well, and what burns my ass is I'm sitting here watching more patriot mythology people sit there online now and just clickbait bullshit. Don't worry, it's all part of the plan. Really? So a bullet hole in Trump's ear. That's part of the plan, huh?
Okay, so let's go there. Let's go there. Let's assume it's part of the plan. Let's assume that the hole is fake. That's go through his ear. I will say that it's pretty hard to get 2 graze marks on your face from 2 separate bullets. That is hard. So let's say it's all fake. Let's say it's all fake. What's the message though? What is his request? His request is whether it's fake or not, to fight, fight, fight. So that's great. If you patriot mythology people or anybody wants to say this is a complete setup, it's fake, this is a show, even better. It's a show, and
Yeah.
these guys are telling you to get off your ass and do something. It doesn't matter which what they want to frame it. It's the message is the same.
Yeah.
Let's go, right?
Right. Well, and that's what pisses me off that it's like they're still doing this shit where they're like, don't worry, sit back, do nothing, enjoy the movie. It's all part of the plan. Even if it was part of the quote unquote plan, even though Lewis, you and I have showed people hundreds of drops in Q that says literally, we the people are the plan. Like you just said, it doesn't matter because watching a movie in real life is not part of the plan. The plan is we the people get up and take action. So if people don't, it's like, okay, I don't care if it was planned or not. It's still not the plan. The plan is we the people. So quit calling watching stuff happen the plan, because that's not the plan.
It's a beautiful excuse not to participate, though, isn't it? So
Horrible. And if you're afraid of losing everything, you're going to lose it all anyway.
You've already lost it. In the future, if things go the way the deep state wants them to go, you've already lost it. So just assume
Right.
You've lost it already. So therefore, you have nothing to lose, right? You have everything to gain. And God forbid, if you have children and grandchildren, you should be fighting harder than anybody, because it's not going to work out well for us if we the people don't stand up and take our privileges back.
Right. Sorry, this thing
Look
is
who's on
messing
there.
up on me.
Christine Geiger.
Well, I don't, Lewis, unless you need me to stay on here, I don't need to stay on here. I just wanted to jump on and say my 2 cents about that, because this is exactly what you and I have spent the last month talking about in depth. And I think it really proves our point. Mm-hmm. And it really pisses me off that you still got people out there trying to clickbait, collect checks on people and con people by just saying, look at me, look at how special I am. I told you it was all part of the plan. Just watch the plan unfold in front of you. Yeah, well, again, watch yourself go to a gulag. How about that?
Again, assume it is part of the plan. Well, so this is pump your chest time? No, not according to President Trump's message.
Yeah, that pisses me off.
Right. It's not pump your chest time. According to President Trump, plan or no plan, it's time to get busy is what the time is. And now, were there some anomalies? Am I smart enough to see some anomalies? Yeah, I think it's weird that you get 2 graze marks on 2 separate bullets. That's pretty weird. I think it's weird that Vincent Fusco was standing up behind him and he's the only one that didn't sit down. That doesn't mean anything, though. And that's the people like to lock into these things, and suddenly everything else is erased. Now, I believe that Q is real. Ethan and I say, yes, there's a plan, and yes, Q is real. What you're missing, if you would do the work yourself and not listen to these patriot mythology people, Q articulates over and over and over, it's up to we the people, and we the people are the plan. It's interesting how people leave that out, because we're going to actually have to do some work. Huh?
Yep. They don't want to do that. And the one drop they really leave out is the one, remember, Lewis, that says, if the people rise up and go demand the immediate removal of all these people, the generals and the military will be forced to follow and step up behind the people, because they won't have a fucking damn choice.
That's exactly right. Exactly right.
So stop making it hard. This isn't hard. People make it hard.
Yep. All right, brother. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, I'm going to go. Thanks, brother. We'll see you.
Take care. Hey, we have the lovely Christine Geiger here. She's helping manage the Unity Tour and putting together all these destinations. How are you, Christine?
I'm good. I can't believe what we just saw happen today.
Crazy, right?
It is. We all knew it was coming, though. I hope everybody's ready to stand up and take action, because I don't know what more signs we need. We the people, it's time. It's time to stand up.
It is.
We have to support Trump.
If President Trump can get shot, after being shot, have the wherewithal, I just showed the video here, to tell his security team to wait, stand up and tell the audience, fight, fight, fight. What other message do people need before they fight? That's kind of my question.
Me
You're,
too.
you're a fighter. You've been in
Oh yeah.
the deep state's been after you like madness trying to take you down. And you fight and you fight and you fight because you understand the ramifications for yourself, your children, and whatever children they'll have in the future is everything right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like whether it's go to your capital, whether it's post on, post like you've never posted before. Like if we overwhelm the system cannot deal with each of us individually because they'll be too overwhelmed. And that's the thing that needs to happen is we need to overwhelm the system.
Exactly right. And you know what? You make a great point. By the way, when I'm saying fight, I'm pretty articulate when it comes to that. Get involved. If involved to you is the maximum you can do is create a prayer group online or a manifestation group online, then do it.
Yeah.
And then post more. And all those people that call you crazy and don't want to hear it, keep talking to them and keep talking to them and keep talking to them. By the way, this event will help some people come around. I'll tell you that.
Absolutely. And one of the biggest mistakes we made for January 6th was we just showed up to protest. We should have showed up with papers in our hands. We should have officially redressed our grievances. That's what needs to change is we need to go back to the fundamentals of the Constitution. It tells us exactly what we need to do, and we need to follow the instructions, and we need to properly redress our grievances. And then we might see the needle turn, and we might see some change if we actually go through and do things the way that it was intended.
Yeah. So
let them dry off on the porch.
That's somebody behind you?
Oh, me? No, I might be somebody in the background.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I just needed to know because there's other people on Zoom too.
Yeah. But
Folks,
that's pretty much all I had to say is that everybody pay attention to what's happening right now. If you're looking for a call to action, you have it. This is it. Get busy. Do something. Anything is better than sitting on your couch.
I agree. And in the meantime, we're putting together things for you guys. We can lay out September 1st. We'll give you action plans, but in the meantime, there's a lot that you can do. Please don't wait on us to do this. Lewis Herms is not going to be saving this country. It's we, the people. So we all got to get involved. Appreciate you, Christine, a lot.
Take care.
Ciao.
Bye, guys.
If anybody wants to come in and join us, I'm going to put the Zoom link in the chat right now. That's right. You can come right on. If you have any questions, concerns, or something you want to talk about, cry. If you want to cry, if you want to pray, if you want to be pissed off, I get it. There's two people in the back in the Zoom right now, guys. If you are not going to be part of the Zoom call itself, please exit out and go to Rumble and you can watch it there. Thank you, guys. Wow. How crazy is this? Let me go through the chat and see if you have any questions, concerns, or talking points. I'm going to go through the chat right now. Dun, dun, dun. Da, da, da. Let's see. Okay. Somebody said one thing I will say, an amateur did not do this. This was a professional with help. Okay, so here's what I'll say. I believe it could be an inside job. It may have been security, it may have been somebody else, because my wife and I went to a Trump event that we couldn't even get in because the security was so massively tough, and we got there a little late. It was crazy. So I would say this would probably be because they had their wands, they had their machines for detecting metals, everything. So and you said it may be a professional. Well, professionals don't usually miss, so I'm not quite sure about that, but maybe it was. Let's see what else we have here. Prayer group online, love it. Yeah, that's it. Thanks, aka Laurel. These are the type of things that we can do. We can make a difference. I do believe we live in a quantum reality, so it's up to us to step up and make the difference. See if I have any comments in here. Okay, Beverly 09. If this is just a movie, let's assume we're right. It's just a movie. And I get it. I get it. Believe me, there's a lot of evidence that a lot of this is not a movie. I don't believe all of it is. And we'll find out if people behind Trump are, when we start really making a dent in that discussion, I said, that's when they're going to go ballistic. Very interesting. So blue check said 1,000 yards is 2 to 3 seconds. I don't know. 2 of my sons were marksmen, and I thought it was a lot more than that, but maybe. If anybody wants to verify, maybe blue check is right. Is 1,000 yards for a high velocity round that long, 2 to 3 seconds? Because that is a long, long time. That's crazy. Yeah, there were a lot of shots in succession, Ethan. I heard that also. This is crazy times. Let me show that video once again, guys. It's pretty impactful. Where did it go? Here it is. So, want to know what people feel or think about this here. This is President Trump after being shot. You can see the blood on him right there. And he tells his Secret Service to wait, 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 and then watch what he does.
No.
And then they said, we got to move, boss. We got to move. It's just a show. It's pretty damn good acting, you have to admit. Right? Just saying, guys. Let me ask you a question. Because I do believe elements of this are a show. For sure. And I do believe elements have been predicted. For sure. But let me ask you, and this is very important. What does it serve you or anybody just to keep throwing out, it's a movie, it's a movie, it's a movie? If anybody can answer how that serves us in chat, I'm really curious, or even come on. I put the link again. I'll put the link right here in chat, guys. You can come on live, discuss, debate with me, pray, whatever you want to do. Right there, it's live. So what exactly does it serve somebody to say it's a movie, it's a movie, it's a movie? How does it serve us? Because everything I look at, I try to figure out how it serves we the people. Right? Just saying. The reason why Robert and I on ScrewBigGov and SBG News Views and Conspiracies kind of fall in the middle a lot, because I believe the truth lies in the middle generally. I'm also very pragmatic. The last thing I would like to do is have my arrogance tell everybody it's a movie. Me go do what I want to do best most is spend time with my family and snorkel. Like, go do that. And then find out and the deep state wins and I was wrong. Woo, that would suck. So I'm not arrogant enough to say it's a movie and just sit back and do nothing. Are you? Are you ready to amp it up a little bit? Are you, whatever you're doing, maybe you're doing a lot. Are you ready to take it to the next level? Do you understand the ramifications of what's going on right now? I think you do. And I'm hoping, whether you believe it's a movie or not, that you see this as a motivating event. If President Trump didn't want you to be motivated, he would not have told his Secret Service to stand down while he's bleeding from the face and say, fight, fight, fight. movie or not. He would have never asked you to do that. I take heed. I'm going to fight harder. And why? Because I believe we, the people, deserve that. Absolutely. All right, let's go back. Anybody have questions or comments in chat? I will go through it real quick here. Let's see. Somebody want to get Bruce Poppy, Robert Imbrielli, or Alan Fountain, or Michael Jacob and ask them if they want to step up over here and have a conversation with me? Some or all may be available. If you're listening, whoever it is, if you have access to Alan Fountain, Michael Jacob, Bruce Poppy, or Robert Imbrielli, can you have them come on and let's have a good discussion about this? Definitely don't think I should be on an island here. Okay, let's see. What do we got in chat? You know what, actually? Let me see something. I'm going to be dangerous. I'm going to go to X right now and see what the banter's about. Oh, lately the lefties are not liking me on X. They don't know this. Don't tell them. Shh. We're doing a test just to see their trigger reaction on some things that are said, and it's hilarious. Hilarious. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, you're lovely. Your best president ever, Barack Obama, is talking about this. He says there's absolutely no place for political violence in our democracy. We are not a democracy. So there you go. There's lie number one. Although we don't yet know exactly what happened, we should all be relieved that former President Trump wasn't seriously hurt and use this moment to recommit ourselves to civility and respect in our politics. Michelle and I were wishing him a quick recovery. Lie number two should have said Michael and I are wishing him a quick recovery. Well, I don't think Barack's around anymore, but that is part of the movie, isn't it? Da, 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 da. Okay, let's see. Okay, anybody here is the Zoom is being requested again. It's in the bottom of chat. I have not put it in the description. You have to be on chat to get the Zoom link. It's right there. Let's see what else we have. Interesting. By the way, guys, I have to read my text messages at the same time. Apologize. You can imagine there's a lot going on right now. Okay, let's say da-da-da. Now, I believe, okay, so I believe Elon Musk gave millions and millions of dollars to Trump's PAC a couple of days ago. And somebody said today, let me go check, that Elon actually endorsed Trump after this. That is actually fascinating, if true. Let me see if that's a fact here while we're waiting for our guests to come on. Honey, if you're watching, that's you too. You have access to all these people. Let's see here. Where is Elon? Oh, duh. I was messaging him. Yeah, he's probably not going to respond. Hold on a second. Actually, I know somebody that actually knows him really well. He won't answer me if he's 2.0, though. He ignores that question. I go, really? You're talking to as 2.0? All right, let's see here. Yep, Elon did. So an hour ago, Elon put, I fully endorse President Trump and hope for his rapid recovery. Oh, and he played that video I just played of the fight, fight, fight. And then this next one was the picture of President Trump. In fact, I'll show you screen here. This is fascinating, guys. You're watching history right here, regardless of what you're thinking. This is very historical. So Elon right here I fully endorse President Trump and hope for his rapid recovery. And that's the video that I just showed. And then he took this one too. Fist in the air. Last time America had a candidate this tough was Theodore Roosevelt. Interesting. The Reid Hoffmans of the world got their dearest wish, but then the martyr lived. Yeah, honestly, though, I would not want to be in the crosshairs of President Trump right now. That's for sure, regardless of what you think. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, let's see. Now, Robert G. Raba did make an interesting point. He says, this is a big feint. That's my default position on these distraction style events. Not everything's a distraction event, but you're all right. I think the deep state does more distraction events, though. So I don't really think anything's going on a Saturday. It's probably more important than this, even in the background, but that remains to be seen, right? Let's see. Let's go back to X. What else do we have here? Oh, I did want to show this picture, though, because maybe, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm totally open to be corrected. This is just my first look at this. It looks like this is a hole in his ear, as if the bullet went right through there. You guys see that where I'm pointing? So the way it is, it looks like, am I wrong? Didn't it look like maybe there was two bullets that grazed, one grazed and maybe completely missed this way and one this way? I don't know. And I am very curious. And what I don't understand, if somebody is 1,000 yards away, though, we heard those shots. I'm pretty versed on weaponry. From 1,000 yards away, I don't think we would have heard them on that microphone that Trump was picking up as clear as we did. I could be wrong. Has anybody verified where this was a sniper or was somebody actually in the crowd? Or is this still speculation at this point? Please let me know. This is an interactive show right now. In fact, you can feel free to come on and discuss too, because we're all trying to figure this stuff out together right now. What do you guys think? Did it look like it goes through his ear? Like there's a hole right there? Incredible. Absolutely incredible. All right, let's look at X some more. Oh, who do we have here? Right, we have somebody joining us. Let's see if they want to speak. Hey, Mike, you're joining us. Did you want to speak?
Not really. I wanted to hear what was going on.
Okay.
I just heard from my friends.
Okay, then go on the Rumble channel, because this is actually for people that want to come here and be part of it.
Copy that. Okay.
So just click on the Rumble link, my brother.
Thank you. Just happened. Thank you.
You got it. Take care. All right, let's see. Okie dokie. Jeez, my phone is blowing up, as you can imagine. I'm just seeing if there's anything pertinent, new information. All right, da-da-da. Let's see here. Oh, and didn't Hillary Clinton just get a maybe, though, they're just looking into the future, and they are scared also because they know if we the people don't stand up and fight, we will lose everything. So could it be both? If you guys want to go there, could it be both? I don't know. What you say, Brucey?
What's going on, Mr. Lewis? Yes.
Nothing.
I'm not sure how many. Right. Yeah. Just a normal Saturday afternoon. But I don't know if did you play the longer clip? I was just driving and I noticed you were going live. So anyway, did you play the longer clip when the shots happen?
No, the longer clip with, originally, no, I didn't play it. I saw it. I didn't play it. You have it there available? You want me to play it? You want me to find it and play it? I think Bruce froze on us. Brucey froze on us. Well, I just got an interesting little message here.
'Cause one of the things I noticed, can you still hear me?
Yeah, go real quick. Well, you froze up the whole time, but real quick, it says Robert just posted.
On the longer clip,
No, you want me to show it? That's what I'm asking.
yeah, if you can, because I noticed on that longer clip when he's speaking, just as the shots happen, then there's a brief pause, and then there's a bunch of other shots. That's when the shooter gets taken down. But when Trump goes down, you notice behind him, the camera of the view that I saw pans to center stage, a person standing up in the background.
Yeah,
If you
Vincent
want to go
Fusco.
conspiratorial type stuff.
I know.
Vincent Fuchsia
Yeah,
was standing middle of the screen right as Trump went down, just standing there like nothing. Everybody's kind of cowering, looking around, what's going on. He's just standing there straight up and down, kind of taking it in.
Yeah, we talked about that. It's weird. I mean, and
I got
the problem
connection.
It's weird. The problem is you have a whole side that's screaming it's a movie and a whole side that's screaming it's real. And you have Lewis, me, the crazy person in the middle saying it doesn't matter whether it's real or it's a movie. You get your ass to work. We got work to do. It doesn't matter movie or real. Would
100%.
you agree?
I agree 100%. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter. It should spur you to just do, okay, just sit around and do nothing. Just like I saw, it kind of pissed me off a little bit. Derek Johnson, said, hey, yeah, everything's fine. It's all staged. Everything's good. He's on that camp, and I'm not there.
No, I think it's dangerous to be there right now. You know what I mean? It's the camp I'm in is the camp of God asked me to be accountable and do the most we can to take back our constitutional republic. That's what I'm listening to. That's the voice in my head, me and the crazy voices in my head. That's the one that I go with. So it doesn't matter whether it's a movie or not. We have a responsibility to not watch real world Jersey Shore President Trump Biden. We have a responsibility to participate in the outcome.
Right. You got to take responsibility for your own action. There's nobody. You can't expect somebody else to do something for you. I've never been that way. I've always been taking care of my own stuff. Owning up to my stuff when I screw things up, whatever that is. Now my purpose and passion is to get myself and my family, everybody around me, ready as we can mentally and physically for what's coming. I don't know exactly what's coming, but I don't think it's going to be very well. If we're not just going to flip a switch. I say this all the time. We're not going to flip a switch and everything's going to be puppy dogs and rainbows. We're looking at decades of turning this thing around. Yeah.
And do I think that we can have, in the next few months, do I think we can see a lot of progress? I do. Is there going to be a light at the end of the tunnel? I do. I mean, right now, liberals are calling out President, there's a faux pas, Hillary Clinton. Liberals are calling out Hillary Clinton now and saying she's a disgusting human being. They're saying the same thing about Oprah. They're saying the same thing about The Rock. They're saying the same thing about Macron and Newsom and Trudeau. So we have some momentum here that's beautiful. So I believe there will be a light at the end of the tunnel very soon. But we have a lot of work to do, because if anybody's torn down a house to the foundation, it ain't that easy, even with heavy equipment. And then there's some strategic cleanup to do. And then the rebuilding process has to be very on point with planning. It's the same thing in this nation right now. This whole shit has to be torn down to the foundation. And then we need to build it back up. Again, Robert's saying on Facebook, it's all being censored right now. Crazy. Crazy. How hot is it in Florida, Brucey?
It's very, very humid. It's kind of overcast right now. Brief rain showers, sprinkling here and there, which makes the humidity even worse. We were today was kind of a relaxing day for me. We had family in town for my son's 40th birthday today. So yeah,
wow.
my oldest son turned 40, which makes me feel old. But yeah, we had Natalie's brother came in from Chicago. Everybody gathered together today just to hang out and have fun. And I actually found out about. I was scrolling through X and I saw a couple of posts. And I was like, What's going on? And then we, back with the family. And then my uncle texted me and said, "Hey, do you know what's going on at the Trump rally?" And I told him all about I just saw a couple of X posts, and then I started looking Gateway Pundit, and caught up all. It's all the same clip, that short clip. Of after, and then there's the longer clip. Like I said, when he's talking and the shots fired off, you see him grab his ear. I heard you talking. That if you look at that close up, the two stripes on his face is like blood splash, or it's transferred. So I think he only maybe just grazed him in the ear. But I thought that Vincent Fuchsia being right behind him after it was very, very interesting.
That was odd.
What that means, I have no idea.
Yeah, me neither. Now, by the way, guys, just because Vincent was there means shit, because Vincent goes to half of these things. But
right.
The fact that he was standing up was very, very odd. So let's see if I can find the video you're talking about. I think I have the long video right here. Yeah, here we go. I think I have it right here. This is the one Bruce is talking about. Let's see if we can, how good we are. Can we do this live? We got this figured out. Boom, bada bing, sound on. All right, let's try it.
And that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Yeah, okay, so he immediately, when you heard the first shot, right after that, he went right to his ear. So I'm gonna rewind it a little bit and show these people.
Look at what happened.
And they told him down, 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 down. And there's Vincent. It's like he doesn't even, maybe he doesn't even know what's going on. And another shot. You hear that other shot? That's the one I thought was very
right in the center.
interesting. Yes. Listen, there's another shot towards the end, a single shot, and I'm almost,
because the camera kind of shifts, and puts him center screen. And
right.
Everybody else is kind of cowering, looking around. He's just kind of taking it all in.
Notice everybody turns.
So I know that's just weird.
Yes, and notice everybody turns their head screen left, which would be, their left, which would be screen right after that last weird shot goes off. Let's try to play this again. It's really interesting.
If you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Here, it touches here immediately. They said down, down, down. That is multiple shots. Vincent standing there, which is pretty odd. Right, Bruce? That's what you're talking about? That's so odd. So he's standing right in the middle. Now, I want you guys to watch. So they're all looking pretty much forward. You're going to hear one faint shot, one single shot, and everybody turns their head. Watch this. Okay, so what it was is, okay, you heard one shot and then you heard a lady screaming and everybody's looking over there when she's screaming.
And that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Now you're going to hear a shot. There's a shot, lady screams. Wow.
They are very dirty.
Wow. Hey, Robert Embrielli.
How you doing?
He's got his work hat on, folks.
Yeah, I was doing ranch work, and all of a sudden I got interrupted by something today.
Wow. Are we living in crazy times? I don't know. Seems like it.
Yeah, well, the Cliff High data said something was coming. Phoebe had tapped in and said, yeah, it's probably going to be on the 13th. There'll be something. Yeah. Who knew?
I don't do predictions, so I don't know. We just knew
I'm
this.
gonna jump because my phone's about to die.
All right, say happy birthday to your son. By the way, that means Bruce was 12 when his son was born.
I was 16, barely.
Okay. See you, Rusty. Bye-bye.
Sorry, see ya.
That's the co-host of the Unity Tour, Bruce Boppy. And here's a co-host of SBG News and Views and Conspiracy, the lovely Robert Imbraili.
Are we live?
We are live, sir.
Okay.
We don't do Memorex here. Yes, only old people like Robert and I would know what the hell that meant.
Yep.
So what's your take on all this craziness? Have you been listening at all what I've been saying?
No, I was watching some of the other feeds and trying to get the information on what's going on. One of the challenges with doing this live, and you see people on Right Side Broadcasting, they have an announcer there who's completely lost because they're live and the information's coming in and it is changing by the minute.
It always does. We said that.
We
said that before here. We said this is why we generally do breaking news right away, because it will change within minutes, sometimes hours or minutes.
Oh, it's changing every 10 minutes. It's changing here now. It's crazy.
So let me tell you what we went through, and since you were more in tune than we were, maybe you can correct us or send us in a certain direction. So first thing is, I'm going to play this video, the video that I did right afterwards, because I was pissed off and people could hate me for it. I don't really give a damn. I'm going to show
that video I did see, but yes. Okay.
Oh, no, I didn't. I have not even seen it yet. I did it and I asked Lisa to put it together real quick. Of course, Lisa's amazing, so she did. So here, I will play this video and then I'll give you an idea of what we were talking about here. And then somebody just put on something. That's fascinating.
If that's true.
Yeah. He didn't seem like much of a crisis actor.
Well, yeah.
Wow. Interesting. Look at who's here. Alan Fountain. Welcome, my beautiful friend.
Hello, how are you? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Folks, if there's any other videos you think we should play, just post them in chat. Chat goes by fast. So if I missed it, just repost it and say, play this, play this.
Awesome. Well, very, very compelling and sad day. Of course, you have to, no one wants to experience this. And I hate to put on critical thinking eyes, so early in a thing, but, my initial instinct based on everything we've experienced was that what's up here? This is we have super, super critical eyes and observations. And that came in from a lot of, I would say, 5 people that are also critical thinkers. Things were just a little bit out of context, but it is not supportive and loyal, and the risk of saying anything other than empathy and sympathy is high risk, period. Because there's no win otherwise.
Well, we're having the discussion here. Okay. So, but I will preface it with this, is I am telling people it doesn't matter movie or no movie.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I agree with you.
Because the outcome is the same. We need to stand up and do something, we being the people. Would you agree?
Absolutely, 100%. And even if they were, I'm not saying that it is controlled, but this would have to be the desperation of our president telling us, get off of your ass.
Yes.
Because, look what they can do. I need your help. Get up, and so we'll say it's legit. But the key thing that you have pointed out is our president is telling us to get off our ass. We're about to lose our country.
Exactly right. So if people are saying, like there's somebody right now saying, remain calm, it's part of the brilliant plan.
No.
Okay. If it's
here's something that's breaking. Here's some breaking news for you.
Well, let me address this. If it's part of the brilliant plan, I'm talking to this guy in chat. If it's part of the brilliant plan, you want us to remain calm, then why is President Trump, while he's bleeding I'm assuming you're saying it's fake blood, saying fight, fight, fight. My point is, this is time for us to act. I'm never saying pick up your guns and go act. I'm saying get involved in your local schools and pray vigils and get the note out to everybody so people know what's going on. So don't sit on your couch and let your impression on your couch be bigger than the impression you left on this planet, is what I'm saying. Robert, what's your breaking news?
Reports are emerging that Trump's security detail had been requesting beefed up protection and resources for weeks, but were denied time and again by the Biden's DHS. The regime.
You know what I mean? It's so it's like, and that's where the discernment comes in, guys. It's tough and it's confusing. So what happens is, what our suggestion is here, because it is so tough, it is confusing. You feel, I want to go left, I want to go right, I'm up, I'm down, I'm sideways, I don't know what's going on. It's a movie, it's not a movie. Take a deep breath. None of it matters. What matters is what you can do to make a difference. That is universally true no matter what's going on the outside, because we have control of who? Ourselves.
Yeah. The continual picture is that they are slowly putting together that there is a shadow government, and that all of these things are happening outside, and there seems to be a theme here that is slowly breaking people's cognitive dissonance that are on the other side of this critical thinking theory. And and regardless of what may have happened, you have to have forethought and look what may come of this. We know that RFK was denied Secret Service protection, and whether it's true or not true, these are all elements that have the forethought. When you move forward, it has the elements that you said. We have to get up and become more engaged. People have become malaise, we'll see what plays out in the media over the next couple of days. I'm people that are not analysts, but doing analysts like we do, or we've uncovered and decoded things that are having an organic response even on our side. So who knows what energy and kinetic energy will be behind this. Whatever it is, we're glad that he's safe. It's going to be it's going to be an element that puts action into some movement forward. We hope.
Right. Couple things, because this is interacting with our audience, guys. Somebody just said it looks like that's the shooter was on a roof 150 yards away. That's a blue check said that. Thank you, sir, or female. I don't know. Sorry, XX or XY. I'm not quite sure. It says there's no way that a shooter could be that close without help. Totally agree with you. Not 150 yards. And it does appear people were turning a blind eye to when they were being told the guy is on the roof. Now, that being said, let's
another piece for that'll add to that, Lewis.
Oh, please. Thank you.
Trump just started wearing a bulletproof vest as advised by his security detail. Looks like it saved his life. The bullet that went through the teleprompter hit him in the chest. And they're showing a photo of a bullet hole right in his chest.
Wow.
This is just breaking now.
As a call for National Guard or something beyond the Secret Service, so whatever the next level of protection will be, if this is back on Biden, I think this is going to be a step for what we go to in the next level versus maybe a war attack.
I agree. No, here's where we tend to piss off everybody. So you guys, I'm going to piss off both sides. I piss off the movie people because I'm saying it's not 100% a movie. It's impossible. There's real things going on. Is some of it a movie? Absolutely. I believe that to be true. Right. And then I'm going to frustrate the people on the other side. Right. For example, they're saying, I just read it here. I missed it. I don't know if they deleted their chat. Anyways, so it's the reality is we are in control, but we haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah.
And we have to do the work. And you and I have been having a lot of conversations lately. I'm not going to go into it, but I think we both believe there's a quantum reality here where we can affect change through the quantum reality based
Brilliant.
on the thoughts that we're doing. So
Yeah.
when people always say, but I can't do anything. I believe you, I know you can. You can do things on the quantum level. You can pray, you can meditate, and you can get the word out, minimum. And then if you have access to get up and move, you can go into your school board meetings and your city council meetings. You can take a picket sign someplace. You can deliver papers and you can serve papers. You can create a group. You can do a vigil. Please, guys, just stop saying there's nothing. We have to be vested into this, because I don't think anybody's going to ride on a white horse anytime soon and save us. We're all in this together, and I hope people really can figure that part out.
Well, I appreciate you saying that about the quantum consciousness aspect of this, because it's very obvious from what I'm learning in the media, even from the legacy media. They've been inspired to start having this conversation. We know the Schuman resonance is peaking very, very high. When this Schuman resonance is penetrating our atmosphere, this is what elevates consciousness and also activates the dormant DNA. So all of these things converging together. I couldn't sleep the last few nights, and this is because I'm really, really sensitive to energy. The Schuman resonance knows it's spiking. All of these things are very important. People who don't understand the esoteric elements, these are scientific realities that you could go back and research. And whatever may have to happen in the 3D physical world to get action and to get that energy behind it, that could be whether it's God.
There's lots of blood, and he had brain matter there.
Oh,
and so I got him. There's a helicopter coming in to get him. I got people there really helpful. I got
Was
him
there only
up
one
on a
person
bench.
shot that you saw?
Then I did CPR, did chest compressions as well as I breathed for him.
One person.
I was the only one
you
that
guys,
did it.
we need to evacuate everybody. Hunter, that's exactly where I heard him come from.
What did you see, sir?
I heard the shots.
Wow. Well, if it's all fake, it's pretty damn good, isn't it?
Well, they all are, but still, not you know. It's sad. It's a very sad thing.
It's
but
crazy.
it's-
While Robert's looking for these truths,
It's not loading. Truth Social is not loading, which is really interesting.
yeah, I bet you it's getting overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Alan, I'm familiar with Schumann resonance, but I don't look into it like you do and some other people. I will say, though, I was just talking to my wife the last 3 or 4 days. I couldn't sleep worth nothing.
the energy.
And I think she's been, and I said, I'm so tired. And I've been primarily off of caffeine, like my pre-workouts. Now I just use Neumi, which is very exciting. That's working for me. And I said,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be honest, I said, I've got to go get a drink. So I got caffeine right here just so I can get through this, because the energy level has just been like,
Yeah.
and we didn't know if they're demonic attacks or what's going on. It's just like, woo.
I went there also, Lewis, with and even talked to different people during the middle of the night who were having similar experience. They were concerned if whether or not it was a supernatural, witchcraft being centered on all of us. But I'll tell you, another veteran sent me an elevated marker of the Schuman, and it was off the charts a few days ago. And for people that are not familiar what the Schuman is that oddly enough, in this spiritual aspect of the Great Awakening, on November 11th of 2018, which is an 11-11-11, there's a scientific article where they noticed that the Schumann resonance, which measures the Hertz frequency of the energy field, which is 7.83 normally, and it had started rising on that date, and it went across 11,000 miles. Everything is sinking to that supernatural 11-11 that came out in the Great Awakening. So this Schumann resonance, what it does is the negative beings or the archons from the esoteric realm, and we're learning it's even coming out in the mainstream media, that even with Tucker Carlson talking with Joe Rogan, and also Alex Jones recently in the media, about these interdimensional realities that we have access to. Once that Schumann resonance rises, these lower dimension Illuminati beings can't survive in that higher elevation. So
Okay.
we've been gradually having it since 2018.
All right. Thank you for that explanation. Yeah. I got it on truth, Robert. So here.
Okay.
This is President Trump. President Trump says, I want to thank the United States Secret Service and all of the law enforcement for the rapid response. Much bleeding took place, so I realized that then what was happening. God bless America.
Well, it's not okay. This is tragic. Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's absolutely crazy.
Okay, here's let me see. There's something else. Somebody else posted something here.
This right now in live is hard because it's like it changes every minute.
Yeah, I bet it's probably rocking over there, right?
Yeah, it's just like every post is like a different angle here.
Got it. Oh, I just torched my own Rumble channel.
Oh no.
We're still on. I just I had all these windows up and I just exited out of all of them at one time accidentally. So I have to go back on. We see you, Phoebe.
Yeah, we just played that live. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Put that one up here too.
Yeah, Barney the Ball just gave us something. We had just played that one, so you know. But keep them coming, guys. If we played it, we'll tell you. If we haven't, we're just going to say thank you also. Yeah, it says Blue Check made a good point in Trump's statement. He did not mention he got shot in the body, just the ear.
Right.
Which is interesting that somebody said he was shot in the vest.
Yeah. Well, we're seeing a black dot. We don't know if that's an actual hole or not.
Right.
Donald Trump Jr. just issued a statement after talking to his dad. I spoke to my father on the phone. He's in great spirits. He will never stop fighting to save America, no matter what the radical left throws at him.
Okay, here we go. Here's okay. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so here's right here. Ay. Sorry, guys, trying to get something up here. There it is. Okay, cool. Look at this. There you go. So that shows the dead guy, which we mentioned. I said he'd have to be, he couldn't be on his stomach because the way his foot was facing up in the air. That appears to be the shooter right there.
Wow.
So Juan says, hand to God moment. Had he not moved sideways at that time, it would have been different.
Wow.
Well, if and Alan, this is the thing. So, and this is where my tinfoil hat moment, again, I kind of mentioned this before you came on. Both things can be true.
Sure.
There can be aspects that are a movie, but maybe it already happened, as in looking through Project Looking Glass.
Yes.
So the reason why Q is so accurate is because Q's already seen the future.
Yeah.
But the message keeps coming through Q and through President Trump. We the people fight.
Yeah.
Right? So because maybe, as I've said years ago, I'm going to say it again, and people get angry, and I'm fine with that because I have to just speak my truth. Years ago, I've been saying all the time, no matter what's going on, we the people control the timeline.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the faster that we get together and get the job done, right? That's when we'll actively see the military. That's when we'll actively see these trials, and that's where we'll actually see what's going on in Gitmo, and that's when we're actually see the deep state fall in the central banking system and bad guys being held accountable, right? But
Absolutely.
it is. If it is to be, it's up to me. That's it. It's pretty interesting though, and so if you want to be all conspiratorial, I do understand because there's so many proof that there's a lot of fakery going on. That's undisputable at this point. But just at least let's take accountability and know that we need to participate in the outcome because we control the timeline.
Your point is very accurate, and for no matter whatever's taking place right now, they need us to start acting, because if we can't act now, how are we going to carry the country when we have to? When that bureaucracy that has been in charge, the senior executive services, 8,000 strong, who they were able to furlough with a RIF, a reduction in force in 2019, but they still have the power. They still have their skills. Until we can move up and be an empowered citizenry or public, you know, they need to see that before they bring out the ability, they need to see that we can follow through later. You know, we need to get busy.
Yeah.
You know, somebody, and you're the only one out there that is in my orbit that I'm aware of that's actually inspiring and pushing for action plans and for you know, the doing the local stuff, doing the state stuff, and you know, so somebody has got to be the you know, the trumpet blower for that. You know, and also started putting together some people need some guidance on how to do that and what is acceptable, you know, to be safe, as safe as possible.
Yeah, we've said a couple of times on this program today, giving you some ideas of what you can do to make a difference. Very simple stuff. I'm not going to reiterate that now, but I will say that we're working on something. I'm going to do my best to release it around September 1st, which is actually action plans that you can print right off. It's everything free. Virtually everything we do is free. It's because we the people just need to get to work. So you'll be able to go online and print it off. On the Unity Tour, maybe we'll even have some copies to hand out. I don't know, but it will give you action plans that you can do. All I do is I plead with you right now, please don't wait till September 1st to just take it up a notch. Even if you feel like, hey, Lewis, I'm really doing a lot. I'm doing this and doing this. You know, God bless you. Thank you for that. Let's just take it up a notch because we, the people, really are the plan. And I say, wear your message on your shirt. And you know, it's not a money thing is I've not even made these shirts to the public. So you can't even get them right now. So get somebody else's shirt, buy somebody else's shirt, but just know we, the people, are the plan. And it's a beautiful thing. I can tell you every time I wear this, people love it.
Yeah.
Get you talking. If you want to know you're not on an island in your community, be brave enough to wear a message on your shirt. You'll be surprised how many people come up to you and agree with you.
And that's a non-threatening message too, because it hasn't been taken over by the mainstream media and weaponized with some type of stigma, you know.
Yep, exactly. Robert, have you found anything?
Yeah, as a post by DC Drano, that apparently the media was given a heads up on this.
Whoa, oh my God. Interesting.
Yeah.
Says, hello, reminder to stick to the facts, don't speculate, editorialize, sensationalize, or jump to conclusions when reporting on the Trump rally incident today. I don't know if this was prior to or after. If authorities don't know, then it's okay to say that. Anchors, this is specifically for news anchors. Remember to be mindful of body language when presenting the story. No need for serious face or adding comments and adjectives for color. No need to say scary moments today at Trump rally. Just get to the story. At this moment, no need to for guests to comment. Again, all this is just a reminder. I know we all know. So I'm reading that. It sounds like maybe that came out right away. Who put this?
It means it sounds like it came straightly from Langley, Virginia, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah. My new name for them, by the way, I just did a video on this, is Gamma Iota Alpha. That's the name for that 3-letter agency, because it seems like I can't say anything without getting up my videos taken down all over the place. So we're going to go with Gamma Iota Alpha. If anybody understands the Greek alphabet, you'll know what I'm talking about.
There's a lot of elements playing here. Say that it is some of it staged. It could be deep state. You know, it could fall on the face of the deep state as a false flag. Here we have, or if it were white hat inspired or whatever, some elements of it. You're going to have mismanagement of this in the media. It's going to show the media for who they really are again. If they don't handle it with kid gloves, it's another notch in their negative way of taking out the negative media institution, the legacy. So a lot of things are culminating right here, about coming to a head more or less of the whole operation. The media, the three-letter agencies, all these things could be coming to a pinnacle right now.
Yeah, interesting. All right, so here's a question. It says, Lewis Robert, I heard someone say,
so I don't know if there's any symbology or anything.
I don't know.
But
So we kind of addressed the Vincent Fusco thing, and I'll tell you this. So if anybody said it's weird for Vincent Fusco to be there today and at the beginning of it, no, you're wrong. Vincent Fusco is at so many of these things.
Yeah.
And he's virtually standing in the same place every time. So that one's out the window. Take that off the shelf. That's not weird at all. It was weird that he was standing up when everybody else was ducking, though. That was a trip. But it's almost like he was confused. So I don't really know what was going on.
Yeah.
So there's a statement from the Secret Service. They finally put out a statement.
A Secret Service did. Let's hear it. Breaking right here from
during former President Trump's campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania on the evening of July 13th at approximately 6:15 p.m. 2 spectators were critically injured. The incident is currently under investigation. The Secret Service has formally notified the FBI.
All right. So here's where I do have a problem. I'm familiar enough with the way this works and with Secret Service, and I know somebody that was ex-Secret Service. They would never allow somebody to take a higher position.
Yep, exactly.
That is very odd.
That's a red flag.
So that would tell me that somebody had to be paid off in order to let that position take heed. That's very, very hard, because if it was only 150 yards away, they have all of that sealed off.
Oh yeah,
generally 1,000 yards away on every roof of every building. They have Secret Service, or they at least have it sealed off so you can't get up there. So that is very odd.
Well, James O'Keefe just posted that too.
Okay,
he says, developing story with vantage point to stage. Secret Service tasks counter assault teams to cover all vantages.
Always
are the most obvious.
Always
teams are outsourced professionals. Unlikely they make these mistakes. Even B teams tasked for Trump wouldn't make the mistake.
Even a security team,
right,
would have not made that mistake.
And that guy was saying that he was telling the police and the Secret Service. They're like, yeah, okay, well, yeah, we'll do something.
Yeah, it seems like a payoff to me, right?
Yeah. Glaring error or intentional overlook confirmed with former counter assault team organizer and trainer. While massive errors are possible, plausible intentional overlook of a rooftop is more likely with counter assault assignments given by SS. Who makes those possible? Deep state intel community.
Interesting.
So I'm just a dude. If I would have been there, I would have looked up, and my wife can verify this. She knows, because I do this all the time. I would have looked up and saw that building, and I would have said, why isn't the Secret Service up on that building?
Yep.
Why is that? That's a concern. Way before anything happened. So you're telling me that Secret Service and police were crawling the area, because they said they were, and nobody even said, that's weird. Why do we not have a sniper up there?
But they didn't respond when they were being told there was a guy up there with a gun.
Exactly.
You know?
So can we be looking at some investigation into the compromise of the Secret Service?
Exactly. Let's see who's there, because there's a couple things, and this is brilliant what you're saying, Alan, because there's a couple things going on. A few things. I know firsthand that Trump also has his own security detail.
Yep.
And they work with Secret Service. I'm told that the guys next to him are his personal security detail.
Yeah.
And they do a lot of coordinating. But the Secret Service is supposed to be doing their job also. This is what I'm told. I'm not saying it's right. This is what I'm told. In addition to that, the Secret Service, though, has a lot of deep state operators inside of it. In addition to that, this is in Pennsylvania, which is a hub
Three letters.
for the deep state.
Yeah.
So I would not be surprised if there's a slew of officers and Secret Service that are compromised. Now, how would they be able to get away with this? Oh my God, Lewis, that's a massive conspiracy. How? No. Because they have what's called detail, right? They put up details. So if one of the bad guys is control, he knows what details are on our deep state. So he'll put up this detail and this detail will be in that area, right? And all the other details, they can be wherever. Does that make sense, you guys? I wonder if you're following us in chat right here, because that's the way these operations can work. Very compartmentalized, right? But they know which teams are already compromised. So those are the teams that they would place around that building already to turn a blind eye. So it's not so far-fetched, because not just a bunch of random guys around. They have teams, they have details, and they have coordinators of everything. And does that mean there's a bunch of crisis actors? So this is where Robert and I go pragmatic. We say it doesn't matter if they are or if they're not, right? I'm not going to freeze because I think it could be a movie. I'm not going to do that. That would be ridiculous. And then are you not defeating the purpose when President Trump says, we the people, fight, fight, fight? Are you just not, you're just going to completely do it? So these are all speculation. There's no proof that this is fake. At the moment, there's no proof that it's real. Let's just be honest. It sure looks real to me. And if you think there's a tinfoil hat thing, maybe it's Project Blue Book looking into not Project Looking Glass looking into the future, right? Regardless, guys, we need to take accountability ourselves. How can we make a difference? I personally am motivated, and I hope everybody is, by President Trump standing up when his Secret Service is telling him not to and saying, fight, fight, fight. So whether you believe it's fake or not, doesn't that give you your marching orders? That'd be my question. And are your marching orders just to run off through all the chats and everybody else and just say it's a movie? Is that your marching orders? I don't think so.
Regardless of all those things, it's going to activate something else in this executive order tyranny pool, or something that the public will understand the next action that's going to take place in some level. It's going to it's seeding the next move. Action.
Exactly. So all I know is what I need to do, and I just need to work harder. That's it. And take back our country.
Other people need to join with you in alignment under your leadership. You don't really need to do more because you don't ever stop as it is.
But I can only take accountability for my own actions. I can ask other people to step in and join me, which I do pretty much every day. But I can only take accountability for my own actions. And my actions are, I could probably put in a little bit more effort than I'm putting in now. I could be a little bit more focused than I am. And so I'll find that in me and I'll just push it to another level. Because the reality is we never know what our best is until we push past what we think our best is. I've learned that a long time ago. Mr. Motivated Personal Development, Robert, would have to agree with that statement.
Can we put in more effort? Yeah, all of us can. I think that's the game here. That's what we need to wake up. And this is going to serve one of two ways. We're either going to look at it. It's a turning point, no matter what, right? So no matter which way it goes, it's a turning point. So we can look at it and be horrified by it. Okay, in the moment, got it. That's fair. But we've got to use it. We've got to use it as the other side will use any kind of event. And we've got to use this in leverage. And a lot of people are saying, this just won him the election, should there be an election in November. And, we've got to use it. We got to wake up. We got to get back into action. And, I've been feeling that actually was what I talked about on Monday's show. The frustration in me was just building so much over last weekend. That there's so much inaction going on that nothing is really happening and taking place. And, well, maybe this will be the catalyst. Maybe this is what was required to get more people into the game.
So I agree. And here's the deal. I have a friend of mine that everybody knows. I'm not going to put out his name here. He believes all this is a movie. He also, though, is one of the hardest workers at making change, boots on the ground, doing stuff that I know of. So they're not mutually exclusive, folks. Let's remember that. So even if you think it's all a movie, there are people out there that believe that, but understand that this movie ends quicker with we, the people, taking the action to make a difference.
Yeah.
So the two steps are not mutually exclusive.
Right.
Yep.
Well, no matter what, our world is different. And I think that's what Cliff High was picking up in the WebBot data when he was talking about it last week. And, I know JC was interviewing Juan and they were talking about it too. And he said we have other methods of picking up that, yes, something's in the ether, something was going to happen. Again, there's 3 or 4 posts now popping up that the Trump team did ask for additional security and they were turned down by DHS, Department of Homeland Security. That's under Mayorkas, by the way.
So I can say this now, and I did not say it before. Somebody that was directly talking to the Trumps called me 2.5 weeks ago and said, we're very concerned that something serious is going to go down in the next 2 to 4 weeks.
Yep. Been hearing that too. Yeah.
Be prepared. And then I called you immediately after that. And I told you, and you go, you've been hearing the same thing. So, and this is somebody that directly talked to the Trumps. I'll just say that. I can't say anything more than that. And I intentionally, I'm never the guy to put out the information ahead of time and say, hey, look at me, here's my prediction. I'm cool because I have inside information. I could have put that information out 2.5 weeks ago, got probably a few 100,000 views, but Robert and I have made a commitment, and the people we talk to, if they ask us, just can you make sure your audience is prepared, but don't give specifics? I don't give specifics.
Yep.
because that is dishonoring that. Interesting enough, I don't know if you see us on Rumble, but it just dropped all the way to 0 on views, live views, and now it's coming right back up. Wow, there's a major glitch there. So anyways, that happened about 2.5 weeks ago, and I'm wondering if this was one of their concerns, because they're probably reading the tea leaves is what, by the way, I do know that they were picking up what's called chatter. So maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah.
Don't know.
There's chatter, and then there's also apparently an energy. They have the ability to pick up on a sort of a vibe, if you will, an etheric vibe of what's going on in society. And they've had this technology apparently for a very long time. Now, Cliff High picks up on language being used on the internet, and they're able to predict events and get some idea of when the dates will happen, that something's coming. And it's really interesting how do we know, right? How do we know this stuff as humans? We're talking about it without even knowing about it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we're just manifesting it. Maybe because so many of us, we talk about it here, everyone hears it, they start talking about it, and we're just bringing it into existence. Maybe that's what's going on.
Also, animals and babies are more sensitive to things that are happening outside of the distorted eye that we've been groomed to not see things. With the energy going up as well, our DNA is improving, so our senses are going up. So the fact that we're more telepathic, more sensitive, that has a lot to do with the general population picking up on things. I've been picking up on, I don't know what's going to happen, but my anxiety level has just increased. So it's the human nature too at this point. People are real sensitive and they're reading things, like you said, Robert.
Anything else out there you see, Robert?
We are more, well, the motorcade apparently just left the hospital, so that's good news.
Yeah, especially if he's in it.
I'm posting all this stuff on Renegade Media on Telegram, by the way, if you want to pick some of it up and play some of the stuff that's there. I mean, some of it we've played, but there's other things I'm finding. So I'm just filling that feed up real quickly here as I'm going along and finding things.
Okay, does anybody have any questions or comments in chat? This would be the time to put them in here. Please, if you want us to read it on air, please put them in capitals, and I'll read your question or your comment. right here, and we'll address it. Okay, here we go. So here's contradictory information on X. It says breaking Butler Police Department confirms the arrest of Mark Violets.
Yeah, so somebody else was posting on that and said it's apparently that guy's just an Italian YouTuber. So I don't know if that's real or not. I took it off. I posted it on Renegade, but I took it down because when I heard that, I'm like, I don't know if it's real or not.
Okay, so you want to see oh, that was not, this doesn't matter. That's July 17th. Da, da, da. I see that picture where you see the black thing on the vest, and they said, did he take one in the vest? Trump has not verified that, but that doesn't mean it won't be verified.
Right.
And everybody's like, oh, Vincent Fusco was being calm. I think he was confused, to be honest with you.
Confused, yeah.
But, who knows?
Well, when he was saying fight, 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 it was clear if you look at his face that he was in shock.
Yeah, it's what it looked like to me. And think of it this guy's way. So if you want to, let's take the conspiracy out of it for a second. Let's try to be pragmatic. Vincent Fusco is at virtually every Trump rally, at least half of them. He travels all over the place to go to them. Right. He is so emotionally attached to Trump. I could see him freezing when this happens.
Yeah.
So instead of going all conspiratorial, it could have also been that where he's like, what just happened? He's just in shock. So this is why we try to give you both sides, guys. Just look at it from every angle and then use your discernment.
Well, I've met him as a speaker. He was speaking after me, and he gets frazzled. He's frazzled. I don't know if it's isolated, but I did experience that about his personality, that he gets overwhelmed very easily. So your opinion, if that's a traditional, reaction to stressors, that makes sense. More so than,
and we're just trying to figure this out live, guys. We're just breaking it down. And the challenge with when we do this here, when we try to break things down live, you'll get armchair quarterbacks that'll come in 3 days later with good information. Go, hey, you guys had it all wrong. And it's like, okay.
Well, we're telling you we're probably getting
it wrong. Get it. You're better than us. Have a nice day.
Well, there's more coming out. It'll be more clear.
Yeah, it's crazy. So in chat, Barney the Ball says, just a matter of time before we get the manifesto. Yeah, well, I would agree with that. It's all coming to a head. So regardless, guys, whatever is going on, it's happening right now.
This is also
the deep state is following. It's we, the people, that the deep state are most afraid about, because they can no longer, Robert talks about this all the time, they have no control over the narrative anymore. And they're trying. He's saying that Facebook won't put it on. CNN's calling it something else. God knows what MSNBC is doing. The reality is, though, 95% of all the views come completely off of different sources now.
Yep.
So it does. So they've lost the narrative and they're freaking out.
This is
sorry. Go ahead, Alan. Sorry, Alan. There's a delay with you. I apologize. Let's go again.
Sorry. I was just going to say, this is also going to inspire deeper research into the Kennedy. All these things that are part of the long-standing deep state problems. Everything is coming out. Like this could give more investigation into that, more interest in people taking an interest. It gets all that stuff into the narrative again.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so a couple things in chat, because I want to honor our audience since they're participating. Robert Lewis, right, they can't manifest anything. We've said this many times. The deep state doesn't have the ability to manifest. So what do? They use us to try to manifest for them. So the question is, so what are they trying to manifest here? Great one. Jackie O says, Lewis, do you really think this is real? No, I don't know. I'm not saying it's real or it's fake. That's the whole point of this conversation. Yeah. I said, I don't know. I can only know what people are telling me. I have people connected to the Trump team that are trying to tell me it's real, but maybe they want me to believe it's real. I have people that are not that are not connected, that are the patriot mythology people, as Ethan would call it, and they're telling me it's all fake. But guess what? It doesn't matter, because the message in the middle is the same.
Yeah, it's the
We
same.
the people need to stand up and fight, fight, fight. So we can speculate all the time, and it's interesting. Is it real? Is it fake? What's really going on here? That's fair. We're conspiracy people and we're patriots. No problem with that. But what's the consistent message, regardless if it's a movie or not? There's a consistent message here. Get off our asses. That's the message.
Yeah.
I take heed to that. What's your thought?
What happened, Alan?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were.
I think he was throwing that one to you, Alan.
Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
I was being mean. I threw it in the middle between you. I wanted to see who grabbed it.
Well, you know,
That's
look at it this way. You know, there's so many different elements you could go with this. It's going to take time to figure this out. We know the esoteric things exist. We know Looking Glass exists. Who knows what happened in, this is way out there. Who knows what happened in Looking Glass? I've known that they have duplicated things in order to stay in a timeline. This isn't going to the esoteric element. Who knows what had to happen, you know, in order to get to the end result in the time like this desired. You know, there's been conversations out there with that Kerry Cassidy did with Bill Woods about the two timelines merging and how that we win. Who knows what they've had to use the Adjustment Bureau to do? Even though you cannot go out in polite society and successfully stand on the grounds that this is fake as a legitimate agency to the public. I wouldn't do that because I can't imagine that it's too high risk. This is something that can be debated in coming years, more so than in the current time, because you just yourself up for, you know, you're just setting yourself up right now. This is someone that we're all rooting for. And it doesn't look flattering if it's all states to some people until you win, until after the win's over. Then you can reveal whatever.
Yeah, you know? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's weird. Whatever it is, it's flipping weird because a lot of this is predicted, right? Yeah. So that makes it weird. And so I'm always going to take it to the farthest realm of the conspiracy. So you want to go there? To me, it just makes more sense that somehow they're looking into the future.
Yeah.
And you know, so
memes are coming in now. Now the memes are starting.
the memes are coming.
Oh, we have the best memes on our side. I got to tell you, they can't catch us there.
Oh, even a liberal admitted that. So you know, Robert, I've been kind of doing a test on X, and within that test, I've been trolling back the lefties, right? Just to see what the response is, see if they can engage in a real conversation without the name calling and all that. And they can't. They just can't do it. But somebody admitted, he said, "You guys are just great at memes. That's it." I'm like, haha, exactly. Exactly. And I didn't throw any memes out there too. So clearly he gets triggered by the memes. Okay.
There, I put a few up there in the backstage for you.
This is classic. Yeah. I'm going to show these right now.
Okay.
So here's the memes that are already coming out. This is your favorite Secretary of State. What do you mean they missed?
Yeah. Sadly, there's a lot of truth in that one, I think.
So let me tell you why I do not believe that's Hillary Clinton, and it's for the funniest reason ever. Hillary Clinton wouldn't even step side in a house with a kitchen that small.
That's right.
Just would never, ever happen. That's not Hillary. Just saying. All right, let me see. Here's another one. All right, what do we got here?
One of my military guys said that there was an obvious difference in the podium, that normally there's a larger podium for security reasons and they intentionally used a smaller podium.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be true. We're gonna learn a lot. To me, the most obvious weird one, and I'll play this other one in a second. That's a good one, Robert. The last one you sent me.
Yeah.
So the most obviously weird part to me, and I'm not a security specialist, is that they would never, ever, ever, and I've talked to people that have been on Secret Service duties personally, they would never have allowed a sniper that close. Never would have ever happened. So there had to be some, whether you want to say this is a movie, that's great, or you want to say there's an inside job, one of the two things happened, because that breakdown would not happen unless it was intentional. That's beyond a shadow of a doubt, that would never happen.
Right.
Oh, Ethan's back I could bring Ethan on, although I'm getting a lot of people say, don't let Ethan talk too much. I'm going to bring you on, Ethan, but I got some things to show before we're going to talk about it. Hold on a second. Here comes Ethan. All right, so let me show. That's so funny. They're like, don't let Ethan talk too much. Ethan, we love you. All right, here we go, guys. This is a good one Robert just sent me. Trump versus Bullet. Biden versus stairs.
That's hilarious.
That is good. You know who's great at honestly, the best at the meme wars by far is actually Ethan Lucas himself. He sends out the best. You should go to his Telegram. Is it Ethan Lucas Show? Is that what your Telegram is, Ethan?
Yes. Hopefully the street noise out here isn't too loud.
No, it's good. You have the best memes ever. Ethan, before I get to you, I've got a slew of chat that I said I'm going to get to. Let me just run through it really, really quick.
Yeah. Okay. The only reason I jumped back in is because people kept saying, let Ethan get on the panel. Like, I was already in.
Hold on. Let's see. Trump told us there was going to be attack. Did he know?
Alex Jones called this a couple months ago, by the way.
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
Yeah. Well, whose side is he on? Well, we can have a long discussion about that.
No, I know.
Ben Derricks put, which is apropos, what's the advantage for the white hats with this event? Okay, if you want to go down the movie realm, it's somehow to get us to get off, excuse my language, get off our ass and do something. If you want to go down
shit.
movie. Other than that, there's no advantage that I can see. What's that?
Votes, but that's not going to do that. He's not that desperate. But these are things that'll be the result. He'll get more votes. He'll get more support. He'll get more support for the election. But that's not no reason to do it. That's just the way Americans respond to crisis.
I agree.
You guys can talk. I'm just reading the chat really quick to see if I can respond to anything.
Okay.
Cool. Good to see you, Ethan.
Yeah.
Likewise.
You're looking pretty spry today.
Me?
Yeah, you.
No, I'm just.
Oh, that Neumi. I know. It's just Neumi.
It's all that, But I had to stop and take a break for a minute. Been going too hard, too long.
Yeah, that's the story of our week, hasn't it been?
Getting a drink and having some dinner.
Sounds fun. Nice.
Good to see you again, Alan. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Anymore.
In a moment, as they say.
Real quick to respond to Ben Darrox. He says Secret Service waited for Trump to fist pump the crowd 3 times. What was that about? We explained it here. You could actually hear Trump, and they were trying to push him off stage, and he's fighting his own Secret Service.
Yeah.
He said, wait. And they're trying to hold him down, and he stands up and he says, fight. So that was Trump doing this. So again, people saying, oh, Secret Service, like Reagan would have got him off the stage so fast. He was fighting the Secret Service. Watch it again and again. He was like, no, he understands.
Yeah.
Whether you want to think this was played out or not, he understood the moment and how critical this moment was to get people activated.
Yeah.
Well, and that's why I think it wasn't staged. Because if it was, it would have been well scripted. Trump wouldn't have been fighting his own Secret Service. Sorry, not sorry.
Right. Yep.
Valentina.
Yeah, I don't think this is hard to figure out. I think people make it hard. People read stuff into it, and again, the whole thing with the Fusca thing. If you watch him, again, my background is as a psych major. That was my undergrad at Ohio State, and I've learned to look at like magicians. I've learned a lot of stuff from magicians because that's all psychology. Look at what's happening around the focal point, and then you'll get your answer.
Mm-hmm.
Because all the secret sauce, the magic, the so-called magic, it happens around the focal point. Look around Fusca. Everyone else is acting basically the same with the exception of a few people. And then people will they'll watch something. We fool ourselves. We spell cast against ourselves in our own minds because we have a tendency to see what we want to see. Let's be careful not to read into.
True.
It's interesting. You would say looking around. So what I noticed, and nobody's talking about this, and maybe something will come up about it, is then the pause, and then you hear one single shot.
Yeah.
And a woman scream right after that. And then everybody behind Trump looked over to what appeared where the woman was screaming. Right?
Yeah.
So that's a story that hadn't even been told yet. What went around with that one shot and with the woman screaming that got everybody's attention?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I just think a lot of it is we're full. A lot of it is honestly, and I know people are going to get mad at me for it, and they're going to clock out and whatever. People unfollow me for today for calling people out on trying to capitalize on this and saying trust the plan, trust the plan. When all you got to do is go read the damn Q drops. Q says over and over 100 times that we the people are the plan.
And what's the benefit to just saying trust the plan? The only benefit is it gets you to sit on your couch. I don't see another benefit. I don't see another benefit.
If you look at the map card that came out with Trust the Plan, it's not about surrender. They're going to do it tells you Trust the Plan is a 3-year-long information dissemination program. The period of the time of the drops. That's Trust the Plan. It's not for the, trust the information, not trust that they're going to rescue you. Trust the information in the drops,
Well, they can't rescue you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, are we a bunch of babies in diapers? Do we want to live and just let someone else wipe our ass?
We are. Yeah. Sorry. We are. We are a bunch of babies in diapers that just want our asses to be wiped. I really starting to, and that's the scary part. Many of us are, and it's time to look in the mirror and say, okay, we need to participate in this movie. There you go. That's the movie you need to do. Participate in this movie so we can end it faster. Hey, Robert, real quick, people are asking us to go to. Where did it go? Nick something's X because they said they showed the Secret Service shooting this sniper. Nick Sortor, Nick
Yeah, I posted that on Renegade Media already.
That name Sortor is almost like Barry Soetoro.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Can you throw,
Nick is a
throw it in
reporter.
backstage,
He was
Robert?
in Hawaii for a long time. He was covering Maui, so he's well known to us.
Can you throw it in backstage so we can show that video?
I can throw it in backstage for you, of course.
You guys aren't going to get any better news coverage than right here. And I'm just saying, because I don't think anybody's working this hard to bring you everything. They probably are working on their opinion. So
I just got a text from somebody saying that Renegade Media feed is much better than Fox News.
Yes, it is. If you guys aren't on Renegade Media on Telegram, you're missing it. Robert is on top of it. Okay, let me screen share here. Our audience is just growing and growing and growing, so we must be doing something right. By the way, I mean today, not where the way Rumble suppresses us.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. Here looks like Secret Service sniper on the roof. That would be the mechanism they use, by the way. See the tripod there and see the guy below. There's two. There's usually a call out there. I'm surprised there's not a call out unless there may be laying next to him that might be the guy calling it out. I'm not sure. But here, let's check this out.
And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Okay, that's weird.
Oh, 3 shots there, huh?
But the secret,
And you know, that's a little bit old.
Secret Service guy, did he duck? Did he shoot? What the hell happened there? Watch this.
Yeah.
This is fascinating.
That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Interesting.
Wow.
They shooting at him?
I what's going
He
on?
reacted as if.
And you know, that's a little bit old.
Or maybe they're seeing the guy and they're teeing him up also, but maybe not quick enough. This is a fascinating video right here.
Yeah.
So guys, what we're looking at is look up on the roof. You have snipers. I'm assuming they might be pointing at the bad guys, or maybe they're not, and maybe they're just hearing the bullets and responding to that. Let's see.
And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Okay.
And you know, that's a little bit old.
So notice that the sniper that's on his knees, he saw something, and then the shot was fired. I don't think he fired a shot back yet. Watch him.
I think you're right.
That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened. And you know that.
Okay. It appears he probably does have, he's probably looking at it right now on this time at this frame, and he's like, what am I seeing over here? Right? And then sometimes they will get a visual without looking through their scope. Like they look up just to make sure where are they located. Maybe because he needs to call it out to other guys. I don't know. I'm not a sniper. Have a little knowledge. I'm not a sniper. So he looked up for that perspective, and then maybe the shots are coming, and then they're trying to. He was probably not the one that hit the sniper. It probably, if it was a guy, it would have been this guy over here that's in the down squat position. But let's check it out. Interesting.
That sounds like a heavier caliber now than just a 22.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a heavier caliber. The hole in his ear though didn't look like too big of a caliber, but based on the speed and you just have flesh there, it may have been. We'll find out that later. I know, guys, maybe it's a fake hole. I get it. You go ahead, go and chat. Tell me.
Yeah, Lewis, he was standing there with a perfect ear, and suddenly all he did was magically touch his own ear when he bent down, and it looks just like that. Looks just like that.
And he put a hole in it too.
Right. Exactly. No, it looks like it could be a 223 to me, which is the standard AR round.
That's what I said. I said a 223.
Because those rounds travel at about 3,000. Well, could potentially, depends on the round, but the manufacturer could go up 3,000 feet per second.
And that high velocity,
and something like
I've shot the 223 before, and that high velocity round that will pierce a lot. So. And plus, never know what the rounds loaded with. That was very, very interesting to show that clip right there. Guys, hold the show for a bit. I just need to grab some water if I could. All right. So you guys could comment on everything if you could. Appreciate it.
We have nothing to say, Lewis.
I know.
Nothing at all.
Nothing going on today. Oh, wait, real quick though. I will say, and somebody in chat just reminded me, I would be surprised if for the last couple of years, I know this is where the Trump team will get, Lewis, shut the fuck up. You know what you're talking about. But I would say over the last couple of years, that I would be surprised because I was already told. Yeah. I'd be surprised if we're actually seeing the real Trump at these rallies. Yeah. So I know that's crazy talk also, and it gets very conspiratorial, but it doesn't feel right. It feels like that he would be isolated, but could be wrong.
Yeah. I agree.
Well, again, Q said that Trump is insulated. Also, wouldn't it be weird if maybe some important people were using body doubles at this point? Wow, imagine that. That's never happened in Oh, I don't know, 5,000 years.
Yeah, only that's I'm saying the same thing. It's it when the Chinese were in control way back when 5,000 years ago, they were using body doubles.
Exactly. This goes back thousands of years before Babylon. This is nothing new.
Nothing. Egypt, body doubles. Rome, body doubles. They couldn't find a body double for Napoleon, so they went to the pygmies in Africa and brought one back and painted his face white. oh, oh my!
You're such a conspiracy theorist, Lewis. Stop reading history books.
I know exactly. Well, if you read a history book, you already know a conspiracy.
No,
Right.
That's fiction. Everything's inverted. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Did you say everybody's perverted? What did you say, Alan?
I said, yeah. I said I'm perverted. No. Everybody's perverted.
I thought you were getting water, Lewis.
I didn't. My beautiful wife.
Oh, look at that.
You know,
there you go.
All you guys.
I'm not promoting it. It just says spring water.
I got to get me one of those things.
I got to get me one of those wife things too that bring you things.
Bless your hearts. And now she just brought me something else. Thank you, pumpkins. Yeah, or this one's fine too. Wow. So okay, so you told me that you guys can handle the show. I've been silent and nobody's talking.
I was waiting on Ethan.
Oh, I'm waiting on you. Robert's waiting on Ethan. Ethan's waiting on Robert.
I'm trying to shut the fuck up for once.
I know. I told you. I know. I do this to Ethan all the time. It's so sad. I'm like, Ethan, people don't want you to talk too much. And he's like, all right. And then then we're like, dude, you're not talking. What's going on?
Yeah. See the gaslighting and all this narcissistic bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm a meanie bobini. That's what my wife says. Yeah.
Well, this is kind of spontaneous. So what will happen next? What other than the media spin, is there any protocol within or former president? What happens? What technically should happen from a legal security? Is there any protocol for this at all?
Well, his security will be doubled immediately.
Yeah.
They will try to shut down all future events, right?
Got it.
And they to report from a secure location like Mar-a-Lago or something like that. I have a feeling that President Trump will say, nope, that's not going to happen, right? You guys need to do a better job. Now, so somebody made a good point. It's rare when you actually get a martyr that's still alive.
Yeah.
But as I've said many times, people go, Lewis, why do you do this? So you've been poisoned 2 times. They come after you. The FBI's been at your house. You've been threatened, blah, 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 blah. And I go, well, it's a calling, number one. And number two, if God sets it up that I'm more effective as a martyr, then that so be it. It is what it is. So I believe whatever this is going to do, this is a massive wake-up call for all independents. You know what this might do, guys? And this is just a theory. You know these never Trumper rhinos? This may put them in a bad position, not to criticize him publicly anymore. Does that make sense? Why they may just go quiet. They're not going to support him, but they may not criticize him either. Don't know. What's your thoughts? When I say what's your thoughts, I'm waiting for somebody to respond.
Looking backstage at that last one that I posted there, Lewis.
Okay, I will. I'll grab it. Sorry. Go ahead, Alan.
I'm sorry. I was just getting some information. What was would you repeat your question again, please?
Let Robert talk real quick because I'm looking for something, and then we'll get right back to that.
No. I was only responding to you. Yeah.
Somebody, yeah, Ellie Mae, she's brilliant. She's like, well, Trump will definitely bring in a shit ton of money too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
he'll be the first one with $1 trillion in donations.
Yeah.
Lewis, I'm not responding because I went to the bathroom. I don't think y'all want to see that.
No, don't want to see or hear that.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Robert, I'm looking back there in a second. I just trying to
All
review
right.
the chat, doing a bunch of things at one time. Hey, we're getting a lot of compliments. That, like, you know, Newsmax is already done. They're just replaying videos, no commentary. See that? They've got multi-million-dollar budget. We have zero budget whatsoever. By the way, if you want to give us a budget, go to screwbiggov.com,
Yeah.
screwbiggov.com, and purchase a product or make a donation or something. Or at least right now, can you like, follow, subscribe, and share this video? That's how you could really help us.
Yeah, if everyone were to share, that would start the momentum of everybody responding and engaging.
Yeah, and if you guys want to really support real action, again, it's all about local action, and that's what we're all about.
Yep.
I mean, just supporting Lewis, supporting me, supporting Alan, supporting Robert, and anybody that's in the fight at the local level, because that's where the real change happens. You know, we can't do anything without provisions, just like you guys can't. You know, the lights turn off without the money. So money is just an energy exchange. That's all it is. And
yeah.
Galatians 6:7, one of my favorite scriptures, be not deceived. God will never be mocked. Whatsoever a man sows, that shall he also reap. So when you sow into something good, if you sow into a good ministry, you're going to reap a harvest out of that, and you're going to see results. So, you know, whenever you put your money and your energy into cabal sources, well, they get your money and your energy. If you put it into good sources, they're going to make a change at a local level instead of spinning conspiracy theories and just sitting around bitching about the problem and saying, oh, just trust the plan. Watch this. This is so good. Follow me and watch this. Like, I'm so fed up with that shit. It's going to take constitutional action at a local level. This isn't hard. People make it hard.
I agree. Hey, real quick, best quote of the day. Congratulations, L. Mar W. Trump.
And now they're going to see this headline. It's coming together.
It's as crazy. So,
well, again, so Q said, enjoy the show, right? You're watching a movie. But again, you're an extra in the movie. So you're watching the movie. But the question is, at what point do you decide to take action and be part of the movie that's going to make a difference and make a change? Because none of this changes until we all step in and rise up together in unity.
You know, Ethan, you're so on point here. I hate to give you credit.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I don't want to give you credit, but we're going to.
My bad. I'm actually asking people to do something. Damn.
But here's the challenge. Is where's the responsibility come in of these people that are only say it's just a movie, don't worry about it, it's just a movie, it's just a movie? Do they not have a responsibility to say it's a movie, but we got work to do? Okay, so look, what I'm trying to say is I'm okay if you really believe it's a movie, because there's a lot of evidence that say you're probably right. But it's so irresponsible to me. But it's click worthy. It gets you money. So, but it's responsible to not say, well, we're watching a movie, guys, but we the people need to kick in. We need to ante up and kick in. We have to do our work, or this movie is going to go on for decades. Why can't they add that? You know why they don't add that? Because they'll get less clicks and less followers from it, because people really want to believe this is just one big fantasy that we're watching. And it's very sad. And it's irresponsible.
It's a war.
It is.
Real war.
And what you allow will continue. What you allow will continue. Sorry, not sorry.
Okay,
I know that's not what nobody wants to hear, but that's it.
I challenge. I have a little pull in this truther movement. So let's see if this challenge is up. I challenge anybody that believes this is just a movie, right? I will make arrangements with security detail to take you down to the border myself, and we can watch this movie together. So anybody that is just telling you it's a movie, even if you like them or you don't like them, just post or comment, said, okay, well, Lewis said They'll know me, probably. Lewis said that he'll take care of the security and everything. We're going to take you down to the border so we can see if it's just a movie. And you can interview the people crossing the border. You can interview Border Patrol, and you can see the cartel pointing at us. They were when I went down there, right? We can do that all together. And let's have that discussion. Should I say what Ethan says? Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, is
good news
that not a reasonable solution? So if there's really a debate about this, because I'm that weird guy in the middle where I think both are going on. I think there's a movie, there's a chessboard. We may control the chessboard, but we don't control all the moves. We people have to work. Is it possible that maybe all of this can go on at one time?
Sure.
We are in a spiritual war, are we not?
Yeah.
So
Ephesians 6:12.
I challenge anybody that's saying it's just a movie, right? I will take care of all the accommodations.
No.
Let's go down to the border. I have a security detail down there that I know will absolutely, if I give him a call, say, can we get security? He'll say, yeah, security, tour, interviews, whatever you want. We'll go down to the border and let's see if it's just a movie. Challenge? It's out there.
He threw the gauntlet out, guys. Let's
Just
go.
saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it is a movie. Again, I say it all the time. I mean, the Toltec said, the ancient Toltec 6,000 years ago said, you live in a dream within a dream. It's always been a movie. Q isn't telling you anything new. Stop acting like this is profound and new. The Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. Great. It's a movie. Cool. Now you figured that out. Now, what are you going to do? What's your part in the movie?
Thank you. What's your part in the movie? Do you want, let's play a part. My part in the movie is to try to inform people and motivate people to take action in their local communities because the micro fixes the macro, right? Is your part in the movie as an audience member eating popcorn and wearing a frog mask? It's pretty sad, but that's not the part that I would choose to play.
Yeah.
I mean, and in all fairness, there are people that are disabled and can't do it. That's great. But chip in where you can. Find where you can find,
You can hold a
something
over the phone.
You can find where you can put your energy in. It's all about energy exchange. Put your energy where it counts.
Yeah. There's always something to do. If one person just told two people, well, we go up by 60%.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, and also in all fairness, there's a lot of people that still aren't moved by this. Because again, Ephesians 6:12, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but we wrestle against powers and principalities and spirits in supernatural places. So we have to understand that even if we remove the Pelosi's and the Obamas and the Clintons and the Bushes and the Romneys and all them, they're just going to be replaced. They're pawns in the chess game. And also, by the way, Lewis, remember in San Diego on the True Tour, I brought a chessboard, and what else did I bring out? A Monopoly board. There's two games going on at the same time. There's Monopoly and there's chess. And you have to realize when is it my time to be on the Monopoly board? Do not pass go. Do not collect 200. And when is it my time to be on the chessboard? We have to be able to play two games simultaneously because you are a spirit. You have a soul, which is a collection of your mind, will, and emotions, and you live in a body. So you're in two places at once, whether you want to be or not. You are a spirit. You're in a body. Play both games and do it wisely. It's Project Bluebeam, and they introduced something into the program that it was Trump ducking down. He comes up with shots on his ear and his face. Again, I don't believe this. It's food for thought. Yeah. Use your discernment, but there's a lot more going on here than what we think.
Yeah.
So I was communicating over, let's just say, chat, direct message thing yesterday. And I've been saying this for a long time. So this person heard me say it and had to reach out that the AI you see out in public now is 30 to 50 years behind
Correct.
where it really is. And this whole thing could be a simulation that we're running. And the message was just this: Lewis is 20 years behind. And that was it. You know what I mean? But a very poignant said, we know it, we work on it, it's 20 years behind. I'm like, oh, very.
No, I was told that by my grandfather who was in the Army. He was actually a radar engineer, electronics engineer. And he told me this in the 80s when I was a little kid. He's like, everything you're looking at right now is 20 to 30 years behind.
Yeah.
That was way before all this stuff
Yeah.
that we're talking about now.
That's why when people talk about Area 51, I laugh because Area 51 is out in the public because they've already had Area 52 and 53. I mean, it's just they're way past Area 51. Just like I say, the reason why you hear so much information about fluoride is which is deuterium.
Yeah.
So that's just the way these things work. If you hear a lot about it in mainstream, think about mainstream. All the movies talk about Area 51. They did shows about Area 51, right? Now mainstream talks about fluoride. They do shows about fluoride. All the thing about fluoride. That's because there's something a lot worse that they're trying to divert attention to.
Yeah, the stuff that's the real problem, you're not being told about it.
Yeah, and you specifically will never be told about it in the mainstream until it's way.
That's what I mean.
Way too far for sure. So I did a huge disclosure. It was really fun. So Robert and I put out this trailer of this movie, guys, called Fly Me to the Moon. Right? We put out this trailer, and in fact, just for fun, guys, I will play it real quick if I can find it.
While you're looking, I want to make a correction on my DEF CON statement. I understand I have it backwards.
Well, the new movie.
1 is 4 and 5 is the lesser.
Say that again.
That my statement about DEF CON, I had it in reverse. I was told that it's DEF CON 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's correct. I wasn't going to correct you, though. I knew I was thinking.
Oh, you mean 1 being the worst?
Yeah. 1
And
worst.
Exactly.
Everyone makes that mistake, but yeah, 1 is the worst.
Supposedly we were in DEF CON 2 a couple of weeks ago, but I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
We're actually in DEF CON 0.5 now.
Yeah. Yeah. For the final phase,
Right.
yeah.
The closer you get to 0, the worse it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, the feeds have gone cold. I am
I
going
bet
to
they
hop
have.
off. That's okay with you guys?
Yep, go ahead.
All
And
right.
love you, Robert. And Diane, are you here to participate in the Zoom or are you here to listen? If you're here to listen, you got to go to Rumble.
Okay, I'll go to Rumble. Thank you.
All right.
God bless.
My pleasure. God bless
And
you.
everyone will see you all Monday.
Well, if we're going to shut it down, I would like to say one last thing, and
I'm
that's
not
about all I.
I'm not shutting it
Oh,
down.
okay.
And we don't
Okay.
want to hear from you anyways.
I believe that.
I'm going to show you guys real quick. So watch this. I played the Fly Me to the Moon trailer about it looked like that the Hollywood is actually going to disclose to us that the moon landing was fake. And I said, I bet you at the end of that, they're going to show that they were a success and pretty much say, so all that video footage you see, oh, that's because we were going to do a fake one. Watch this.
Interesting. Awesome. I love that.
Wanted to add a little bit of information there, which is pretty interesting. What we're trying to do here a lot is show you guys what you see may have a completely different alternative motive to what it seems like, even from the Patriot community, right? So I believe, and this is why we predicted this ahead of time. I didn't see the movie until just 2 days ago, but we predicted ahead of time right here that this is exactly what they would do, is they would draw in the conspiracy theorists to watch this movie and then still say, oh, but look, we actually did land on the moon. So we had this secret project called Artemis that, yeah, we were filming it on a stage, but that was just in case things didn't work out. But we didn't really put that one out. We put the real video out, right? So that's the game they play. And then suddenly many people drop off. They go, oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Now we know why we see all the fake footage. It's total propaganda, absolute propaganda. You shouldn't have known it. As soon as you saw Columbia Pictures and the Illuminati signal or homage to Illuminati right at the beginning, everybody should know immediately what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, that's the Statue of Liberty. That's Lucifer, him/herself.
That is
The master of pronouns.
So guys, I think we're gonna call it a night. I want to look for something. I'm gonna play out. I don't have it with me. Nobody's responding, but I'm gonna play out our regular outro because it's pretty badass. So I'm gonna find that on the end of the video, and let me switch it to you, Ethan, and then Alan for your final words on what's going on.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing because I have this feeling that this may sound odd right now in this moment, but in a few weeks, we won't even be talking about, you're going to stand up and say the real thing because Trump is part of the Q team. But, whether you believe that or not, I believe that. And Q has said repeatedly, we the people are the plan. We have to rise up and fight. And if we do in great enough numbers, the military will be forced to back us. That's why Q said over and over and over, military is the only way. But they can't do anything without the consent and the leadership of the people because they serve us. They're public servants. And so we have to be willing to coalesce at the local level, unite, and do what we need to do to change our communities at the local level. The micro fixes the macro. And there's no game plan for this. There's no blueprint for this. I mean, think about when the colonists did this with George Washington. Do you think there was a blueprint to come together to defeat the British? There was no blueprint. They had to figure it out. How bad do you want it? That's a question. How bad do you want it? Do you want to sit around and bitch about it and watch podcasts every day until the cows come home, until Marxism takes over? Or do you want to actually do something and self-govern and actually be sovereign and be a part of making history, make a real change? This is an epic turning point in our history. People have to be willing to take responsibility. I think this is the ultimate wake-up call. If this doesn't wake people up, I don't know what will, Lewis. I really don't. I mean, this is it.
Yeah, I think this is a catalyst moment. I've been believing that the real moment is when everybody starts losing their retirements and the stock market crashes and the real estate goes down because inherently we are very selfish. And I hate to say it, but it's just the way it is. And we got to get unselfish. And maybe this will be the catalyst, or it is definitely a catalyst to start moving people in the right direction. So ultimately, plan or not plan, this will end up being positive, I believe, in the outcome that we are going to see.
100%. I'm going to bounce, brother. Thanks for having me on. We'll see you guys.
Alan,
all right, later.
See you then. What's your final, what you got for us, Alan?
Perception is reality. Our perception is the former president was just shot. We have to accept it as if though it's real, and it is real, and we have to act accordingly. And I think if everybody will go out and inspire two people to make a commitment to take action in their own community, start with your neighbors, then start with going out and build your own little network within your own little neighborhoods, then your own little town, and get ready to start working from a local level, just as everybody's been inspiring. And keep everyone safe and pray for President Trump and his family.
Yeah, I couldn't say that better. I'm just trying to tee something up here. Here we go. Well, folks, that about does it for today. We've got this. We really, really do. You guys have been amazing participating in chat. My admins, I'm sure you're in there taking care of business also. I appreciate you. I appreciate my wife, my family. Most of all, I appreciate that God has given us an opportunity right now to make a difference. And it's up to us if we choose to do that or not. God bless you. Have a phenomenal night.